Yo, what's going on, everybody? If this is the first time that you've been on my channel, thank you. I'm Mike, and I welcome you. Just to give you a brief rundown of what I like to do some of the fundamentals of art on my live streams. I do gesture drawing and things of that nature. Um, that's what I'll be doing today. Also, today's kind of a special one. I'm gonna do a actual 2,000 sub special. Yo, what's going on, Coop? I'm gonna be doing that on either Saturday or Sunday, so I'm excited for that. Um, it's going to also kick off a new series in my streams, and that series is going to be character design. So I will be doing a character design like series from this weekend moving forward. Um, and for those of you who didn't hear last time, so I'm taking a bit of a step back from creating a full-fledged manga for now. My aspiration, shorter-term goal aspiration, is to get hired as a concept artist for a video game company. It doesn't really matter where at this point. So what I'm going to be working on this upcoming year is I will be doing a full-fledged concept art book. And it'll probably come in volumes. I'll probably do maybe like 50-ish like pages of like character designs and things of that nature. I'll probably put it all together. And once I have it copyrighted, I will send it off. And those are going to be characters that I'm going to use for my manga. Um, but I'll ship it off and then have it copyrighted and I'll share it with everybody. And if you want to support me and support the channel, maybe I'll think about publishing and having it be like a something that you can purchase either like a paper copy or something like that, or just like an electronic copy. So I'll keep you tuned in on that. Some of the designs that I'll work on, during the live streams moving forward will end up in that book, so you'll get to see kind of the process that I use is to try to create characters. I won't do finished character designs in our streams though. What I'll end up doing is, at least not all of them. I'll probably do one or two here and there. But what I will end up doing, however, is just showing you the process of doing things like finding a silhouette for a character, maybe helping yourself with like shape language, things of that nature. Anyways, I've blabbered on long enough. I'm sure that you want to see some art. So give me 1 second. I have everything mostly set up, and we'll get started. Like I said though, I don't want people who have been waiting for me to actually make a manga. I don't want you to think I'm not going to. I will. I just want to. I want to be able to get this book out first so that I can at least apply to jobs, and then have that working process. And it'll only help the manga too because I'll have all of my characters already created. Probably maybe some light environments. I don't want to put that out in my portfolio because it's not really the kind of art that I would want to do if I got hired. But I can do some environmental designs. Thanks, I appreciate it, Coop, and things of that nature. So I just don't want y'all to think that I'm never gonna publish or try to put out a manga, because I will. It's just gonna be, I want to be able to apply for some jobs like at the very latest this time next year. And the real reason for that, so some more news is that we're thinking, my wife and I are thinking that we might want to start a family, or start the process of starting a family this year. So it kind of gives me a bit of a time constraint as to when I would be able to like have like a legitimate career switch without it being to the detriment of our family. So yeah, lots of news, All right, so gesture poses. I'm gonna do more sword poses for today. Yeah, lots of huge news. I like how I put that out there and it was just like I'm like very flat. But it's very exciting. It's something I'm very excited about, is to be a dad, so I can't wait. So let's do this. Alright, so This current one I have, it'll be about 30 minutes. Maybe I'll do some hands today as well. It's been a little bit since I practiced hands, but without further ado, I'm gonna take a sip of my water from my white girl cup. Your name is like 2 rectangles. But I will say, like, I don't have a specific set timeline right now. I want to do a better job of that. I will try to post every week when my streams will be during the week, like what days. And because my job is kind of like sporadic, like I go and see clients and stuff. I'm a therapist, so sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, but I will be sure to try to update you like at least a couple of days ahead of time. I will say I will stream again this weekend. I'm just not sure if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday yet. Alright, let's get started. I can already tell I'm going to have to resituate things. I probably should put the stream stuff on the other monitor. Sorry, give me 1 second, everybody. I can't really see your comments right now, unfortunately. Just the way that my setup is, I made a boo-boo. So sorry, give me 1 second and I'll get to your comments. Let me resituate this. Yo! Inio-san! How's it going? Sorry, let me put this over on this side. So you'll see me turn it this way instead, but I appreciate y'all jumping on and hanging out with me for today. I know it's a little bit of an odd time in the middle of the day, but I do appreciate your support. I'm starting school next week, so maybe taken hostage when you start streaming. That's okay. Coop, I appreciate you, man. You're always on here. You don't have to explain your absences to me. Nobody does, but specifically you. Oops. This gets cut off around here. Yo, what's up, Armor? Yeah, and I gotta be nice to you, Coop, because you're gonna be my sugar daddy one day. When you win the lottery or whatever you said, when you become a billionaire. I now have the Huion, oh, thank you for the hearts. I have the Huion 24 4K, 24-inch 4K, the Canvas Pro. Now, I will say this. I love having this much space to work with. I do recommend, if you have the finances and you want to spend a lot of money on something, spend a lot of money on something art-wise for yourself, this is definitely a great tablet. Like, I honestly can't see myself like feeling like I ever need to get another one like this, unless this one breaks, of course, knock on wood. But with that being said, though, I don't think it's necessary. You can get a tablet that's like a 16-inch, or even an iPad. To be honest with you, iPads are really, really great, and you don't have to get like a computer with it. But any of those kinds of things will be helpful. I would just say you want to get one that has a laminated display so that there's like no parallax. And I would recommend you get one that has etched glass. If you do those things, then you should be good to go. And I don't, size does help with, like, I don't know, it's just nice to have the size for your work, but it's not the end all be all for being able to create. Watching you draw is helping me figure out my own ways to develop construction skills. That's great to hear. Yeah, that's the purpose of these streams, is to hopefully help people with their constructions. I will say this too, for these ones I am using a reference, and I highly recommend that you work from reference as much as possible. That's how you learn. What I have now is a mixture of like different anime or manga poses, and also some, sorry, I'm like trying to like do too many things at once, and also some real life poses with swords and stuff like that. The other thing is just make sure you're utilizing poses that are going to be helpful. I know many illustrators use their iPads for a lot of work. Yep, I actually just got a Huion 16-inch. Yeah, it's a phenomenal tablet. I still have mine. That's what I had before. I had the 2.5K version. That thing was great. And when this one, I actually got a refurbished version of the current tablet that I have. And it had a bunch of well, not a bunch. It had a couple of dead pixels, and it was not operating correctly. So I ended up, asking for a new one because it was still under warranty. And in that time span, I was able to use that 16-inch one again, and it's really good. It's just a phenomenal device. It's gonna be like, I like know what I need to do, which is I probably need to just sell the one that I have. But it's like, it's hard for me to let go of it because I like it so much. And it's like, but I'm not gonna use it, it's just sitting there. Uh, the screen resolution, it's at 4K. And I believe, yeah, the current setup I have too with my computer as a whole is capable of doing 4K. So. Yeah, I put the computer together myself. Like I like made it myself. I've always had the graphics card that was able to do this. I got it like a while back when I was like really into gaming. But yeah, the 4K, it really is. That's why I'm saying like I don't need to buy another one. Like, and if you have the money, I would recommend it because then you don't have to worry about spending money on another tablet for years because you don't really need you don't need 4K resolution anyways for drawing. It's just like a luxury. But at some point, like maybe it'll be less of a luxury and more of like reality of just what the tablets and stuff are capable of doing. But yeah, you don't need this. Oh boy. I can't tell you the specs off the top of my head. I know that I have I think I have I think it's 16 gigs of RAM. The graphics card that I have, oh boy, is the GTX 980 FTW, so it's like the high-end model of the For the Win. It's old though. I think I purchased this in 2017, 16, 17, somewhere in that range. So it's definitely still older, but it has the capability of doing 4K. My setup, I should probably do an office tour at some point as a video. My setup, I have 2 monitors here, and then I have my tablet. So that's why now you're seeing me look this way, because the comments and stuff are on the left side, on that left monitor. But yeah, sorry. And I know that there probably is a way to look at the specs very quickly, but I'm not. I can put together a computer. It takes me a little bit to like find those kinds of things. I end up Googling it just because I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm gonna just call you Crescent Moon for right now. Crescent Moon, I cannot read that. I don't know what that says. I apologize. So I just find references on. I'll either do a Google search or Pinterest is really really good with references. So those are two sources that I use. And what I would recommend you do is get a folder and put poses in a folder that you know that you want to like learn how to draw from memory, and start off with a smaller amount, like I don't know, say like start with like right now this folder that I have is 25 poses, so you'll see undoubtedly within the next few weeks the same kind of pose multiple times, and that's purposeful. So uh, but use translator. Learn Japanese right now. I wish I could learn Japanese. I mean, I can if I put my mind to it, but that's something that I really want to visit Japan. Like, I really, really want to go to Japan at some point. I'm pretty sure that, like, I go to, like, Tokyo or something like that, almost everybody's going to be speaking English, I would assume, but I do want to learn how to speak Japanese so I can go to Japan comfortably. And if you want a really good app, by the way, to like help you with like just timed gesture drawing like this, I highly recommend you go to CubeBrush, and there's an app called Gesture Drawing. If you get the most recent version of that, that's what I use. It's really good. I think it's like $5 or $10, but it's well worth the money. Pull what up on the screen, Cube? You're more than welcome. Is it getting ready to do a ad? Is that what that was? Oh, you're saying that because of my plug for that app. I should ask if that person would sponsor me. I'm just kidding. I will gladly freely promote that because it is a really good app. Pull up something to learn Japanese. I'm pretty sure like you could do Duolingo. Probably has a really good program for that. I think I'm gonna use this pose for my one main character. I really like this pose. And the only thing that I would change is instead of having the head in this pose is kind of facing this direction, and instead I would have him kind of face towards the camera like this. But this is a nice pose. I highly recommend Basu. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Thank you. Coop, I need my boy DJ to come back so he can give me some more recommendations for the stream. Like song recommendations. Oh, also, I do have a Discord for those of you who have been enjoying this and might want to like just have a little bit more contact with me. The link should be in the description. The reason why I was saying that I like this pose is because it is it's dynamic, but it also is good for like a character design because it's mostly front facing. So it's just a really good like gesture for like after you've already done um your character design sheet that's pretty simplistic. You can do that as a pose that is a little bit more dynamic, but still be able to see all the details of your character design. All right, see you, Crescent Moon. Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you have a great day. All right, this gets cut off right here. One thing that I am going to do is just rotate this a bit. Hmm. It was a little bit on the smaller side for that one. Coop, how's the family thing, man? many I have left? Maybe two. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the last one. These all came out really nice. I like all of them. This one needs some work, but other than that one, I'm pretty happy with all of these. Very, they're just pretty compact. Not very many wasted lines. Pretty good. That was pretty quick, so I will do a few hands. I'll do 5, just to get some hand practice in. I think that I need to soon probably go into doing some feet. I'm noticing that that's probably the weakest part of my drawings right now. And feet are important because they are what ground your character. That's fine, actually. Let's get rid of 1. Oops. Alright, let's get some hands in. You'll have to bear with me. It's been a bit since I've done some gestures for hands, so. It might be pretty ugly. Us down this finger is kind of just going down this one. And the thumb is resting here. Alright, so we got the general layout, which I'm actually pretty happy with. Again, it's been a little bit since I've done hands like this, so we take what we can get, people. All right. Let's make the wrist a little bigger. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it the way it is. And as always, if y'all have any questions about any of these things as we go through, don't be afraid to ask. And again, pretty happy with this hand. What I like that I'm doing is just having quick, like, flowing lines as I'm doing this. You been watching any anime recently? Not really. I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen quite a bit. But, excuse me. Anime is not something my wife particularly likes. I'm going to Katsucon, which is like a anime convention in February. I might take that opportunity to watch maybe the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen, and maybe some other stuff. I keep forgetting the name of the one that you keep telling me to watch, but I am gonna watch that as well, I think, while I'm over there, just to see how good it is, because it looks pretty cool. And I don't remember the name, but I do remember the one time I drew that character from it. I haven't disliked season 2 so far. I kind of know, unfortunately, I know a bit of what happens. Just because of the leaks from, not leaks, but just people discussing the manga and stuff. I will say this. Yes, Gurren Lagann. Yep. I do really want to watch that. I'm excited to watch it, actually. How many times a week do you go live? I try to do twice. This week it'll end up being 3 times because I'm gonna do a 2,000 sub special. But yeah, I typically try to do once during the actual week and then once on the weekend. And also, welcome. I don't know if I've seen you on here before. Welcome, Kevin. The reason I like it is because it felt like it was mostly action with no story, so I was getting bored after a couple of the fights. I would agree with that to some extent, right? And the story is also it's a little bit convoluted, I think. At least as of now. And maybe it's not as bad in the manga, but I would agree. Okay. Yeah, well, you have found the right channel, Kevin, because that's literally what I'm going to be working on. This weekend, I'm going to be doing some concept art. My dream is to do concept art for a video game company, and the manga is also a dream of mine. I really do want to create a manga. And thank you for tuning in from Colombia. It's awesome. Something I'm noticing about this is that each one of these fingers needs to be coming out. The overall gesture of this hand is incorrect. It needs to be kind of like this. That's okay though. Those hands are pretty difficult for the most part. And it probably needed to be, sorry, I'm gonna pop this out a little bit. Needed to be out like this, I think. That's why you draw through, because that hand's incorrect. Has made me not want to watch any more of it, so my journey is over. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, that specific spoiler about the character that I think that you're referring to, just doesn't make sense. Like, gotta help me understand how that happens. No, these are not from imagination. I don't know how to do that, Kevin. Like, I can definitely show you some of them. I just don't know if I can show you all of these. I don't know how that works on YouTube, because I'm sure some of these are actually, like, copyrighted images. The fists that I'm doing right now, I can show you once I'm finished with it. And I can even tell you where to get it from, because I think there's a free reference for it on CubeBrush. Just give me 1 second. Yes, Coop. Yes. Also, Kevin, I've been to Colombia before. It's beautiful there. I can't remember what city I was in. Yeah, I really can't. But it's gorgeous in Colombia. Okay, I'm okay with that fist. This is definitely the worst one. But all of these came out. All of the actual gesture drawings, I think, came out really good. I'm happy with those today. Sorry, let me, I can find these references for you really fast. Kevin, I can maybe put the link in the chat for you before I head off. Let's see here. I wonder if it's in here. Yeah, it's this one. And this is free, which is just very generous of Mark, because it's a very, very good reference. Oh, thank you. You can jump on Discord. I need to do a better job. I don't post on Instagram very, very often. But yeah, look at, if you go into the link, sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word link. The link I just sent in the chat, the references, there are a lot of really good references, but the hands that I was just doing are in the one that's labeled hand. But all right, everybody, I'm gonna wrap up there for today. Again, I'm happy. I'm really happy with these actually. Like, I think this one could probably use some work too. I mean, it's just a harsh perspective, so you can always work on those. But yeah, I'm really happy with all of these, and I appreciate all of you hanging out. And really thank you so much for the 2K subs. Again, we'll do a special this weekend. I'm not sure Saturday, Sunday, probably Saturday. I might want to watch some football on Sunday. But I hope that y'all have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay kind to yourself, be gentle in the process of learning art, and I will catch you in the next live stream. Love you all. Yep. See you, Coop. Have a great day. Peace.